Gordo here from Gordo's Games, and I'm bringing you a Digimon deck profile. So, this is involving one of my favourite Digimon in this set, which is Ganku. Don't get me wrong, Jesmon, absolute great deck. One of my favourites, definitely. But I wanted to do something with Gankoomon itself. So let me know what you think. It's all about removal, basically. This is my form of black removal. If you like the deck, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you know when this content is live for you. Alright, so here we are. So I'm just going to go straight into the deck profile. If you do like the stuff, or if you got any suggestions, this is my working project at the moment. I'm trying to flex between trying to get a branch into Royal Knights as well as other things. There's just a lot of things to build this set. First things first, X. Run 4 Pogu. And no, not just because they're alts. Kind of is a little bit that, but no. Having the added draw power really does help the deck. Even if it's only very situational sometimes, and doesn't come up the most, I'll be honest. Because a lot of times, I could have done with a DP buff, but there's not many DP buffs in black. Unless you've got certain parameters. So this is just a nice generic reveal top card if it's a black Digimon added to hand. And then we run a one of Gankoomon, because we do run things in here that have reboot or give reboot. So they are the X. Moving on to the rookies. We run 14. First one, Sonorizon. I was skeptical about keeping Sonorizon in here at such a high number. I had it at 4 before, but that's because I was running an alpha on in this previously. Well, I'll go through into details as to what, obviously the times it can come into effect, but it's quite easy to set up in this one. So 3 is enough for me, because we do run a one of Tumon, because memory booster a thing, memory gain is a thing, tire loop. You know, there's all different things that want to extend their turns. This can be quite crucial. Possibly could be bumped up to a 2 of. I run 4 Gankoomon. Reason being, Gankoomon out security can really mess up things like Jesmon. It's just generally a really good card. Obviously not in hand. You don't want it in hand. You always want it in security. But you know, it's a rookie nonetheless. And then we run 4 to Agumon. Agumon itself, given reboot, still one of the best level 3s in black as it stands, and I will stand by that unequivocally until it's no longer useful. But just given reboot really does save black a bit. And then we have 2 Commandramon. Cheap Villalers allows us to play down. If we're only on 2 and we need to block it down quickly, throw this down and put a blocker on top of it. Stops you giving that too much memory, and you know, potentially saves you for a turn. Run 14 rookies there. Moving on to level 4s. We run 10 here. The level 4 lineup has become a bit more, I want to say generic now, as from my last set, to go with all you know, things like toolbox and that. I was considering like a full-on Shademon kind of thing with the alphas and all that for all these kind of security effects, but Shademon's just not good. So we run 4 Techmon, 1 custom Evo. We just want to get past level 4 really. There's nothing really that we care about all that much at level 4. So with that we run 4 Doctoranimon, 8 targets as vanilla, and then 1 Sealsramon. It's got 60k body, like the tank one here, so it's saves against Nidhogg, saves against Alteress, saves against Lord Nightmon, the Nightmon pop and the Picmon. And then we'll run a 1 of Meki, which is good against the rookie rush matchup. It's good against sorting out the bond stuff as well. Obviously if they go into the bond and this is on board, yeah, this is going nowhere. But if they want to try and poke with Gabus or Argus and that, you got this down, it kind of just puts that to a halt. So run 10 there. Realistically, if you were struggling for level 4s, I haven't really had an issue with it. If you were struggling for level 4s, you could take a rookie down to 13 and bump your level 4s up. Level 5s, we run 4 of the main black card, Dogma. One of the best cards around. Puts a lot of work. The reason Sonorizon is live is because of Dogma. Without it, Black would struggle to get that any time. We run 2 Mega Digimon, given a Digimon blocker, especially if they have reboot as well, is pretty big. And then we run 2 Weru, which is 2 Cosmo, just allow us to turbo into our 6s where possible. And also, if you brick, paying 5 to drop this down, not the worst thing in the world. So we run 8 there. 6s we run 7. We run 3 Ganku. I was tempted to run 4 just because I have 4 ults. But I don't think you need it, but it is there for its strong removal plays. When Digivolve into pop the lowest play cost on the board, if they have a single stack, that's that stack. If they have multiple stacks, you most likely will take a rookie out, or you take a champion out. Not the worst thing. And then obviously it's got aggression side of it, whereas if I want to swing, if you've got an unsuspended Digimon, I get Security Tap +1. So Sunariza, Gogma, this, Security Tap +2 already. Which is pretty good, As well as removal, and then we've got Metal Gurumon. Really good in the security control matchups, really good in general. This I consider just to blow up level 4s. This can blow up anything, this blows up level 4s or 3s realistically. It's good blocker popper, or burn security if done properly. So a really good card there. And I do think Black has actually done a bit more removal overall, which makes it a lot more playable than it used to be. I mean, back when the days we HD Digivolve didn't really do anything because we couldn't get around the fact that if they had level 3 at the bottom of the stack was a bit tragic. The only way you could have was the looking back at the good times, which I've never liked the card. And we run 3 Sword Defeat. So realistically, our aims are additional checks and pop with this, burn security or take out blockers. If they get established with tamers, good against bond decks particularly, just keep popping the ties at max. You know, good in general against most matchups. I mean, not take out those tamers and stop them from livening up things. So you've got like Time on Loop, which runs the Minoas, pop the Minoa. Their Mega Digimon Fusion is not live, so it slows them down a little bit. So Sword Defeat's still good and plays itself from security, which is always nice, and has the undeletion effect of when he dies, you know, you can basically trade him with something. And when you do that with a Megadramon, give it blocker, it really slows down your opponent. Tamers, we run one of Izzy and Joe, and we run 2 Izzy. Izzy is really good because it can take memory back from your opponent. So if they go down to 0 because they've overcommitted, you can potentially take time back from the fate with some security, just on the basis that it's a tamer. Even if they have a Gazimon or anything, or Chuma or anything like that, this still gains his memory back. This is good because it allows us to extend our potential starting memory. If you have this and this out, you're in for a good time, because if they have 2 or more Digimon, you gain 2 memory. You're starting at 5. And then when one of your black Digimon is deleted, you may just suspend this tamer to draw a card. So that plus the Pogu allows for a little bit more draw power. So really good there. Then we run 2 Iron Fist Onslaught. Removal for the Melga, removal for the Sword Defeat. I was tempted to try Mamimon in here. I think Mamimon, if I was going to go Mamimon with anything, I would possibly go into the normal Sword, not the Sword Defeat, because I can just bring the Mamimon back out and just use it as fodder all the time, just get delete 7 play costs. But cards like these so far do really good work. And then we run 3 memory boosts, and memory boosts giving Black some draw power really does help with keeping the game a bit, because it really used to struggle a lot with not seeing the pieces. Yeah, just generally keeping pace with a lot of things. But if you do like the deck, if you do have any suggestions, any comments, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and drop your comments below so I know what your thoughts are, and we'll see what we can change. Who knows, this could revisit this as a deck profile 2 with a few more updates and tweaks. But we'll see. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget, let's get digital, let's get going.